camera person is Danielle. Video, sound engineer, and producer is Lynette. Teleprompter and prompter, Myra. News anchors are Daniel and Sativa. Meteorologist is Hannah Banana. And this is your news director, LL. Really mixed up M. And now, the news.
Welcome to the DZTV 4-H Kids Eating News Show. Help us keep our kids' news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. You can buy a sponsorship by calling 970-677-419. That's 970-677-419. Now for the news. Hi, I'm Daniel, and here's our first story from the Denver Press. Emotional vigil for Pittsburgh shooting victims held in Denver synagogue. Political, civic, and faith leaders led an emotional vigil at Temple Emmanuel on Sunday morning in remembrance of the 11 people killed in Pittsburgh synagogue over the weekend. The vigil was led by Rabbi Joseph R. Black and several interfaith leaders, and including speeches from Mayor Michael Hancock, Governor John Hickenlooper, and the police chiefs of Aurora and Denver, and organizers from Jewish advocacy groups. Approximately 3,000 people attended the vigil, said Scott Levin, regional director of the Anti-Defamation Defamation League. Many had to sit on the ground or stand in overflow rooms. A man armed with an assault rifle and several handguns walked into the Tree of Life synagogue in a Jewish neighborhood in Pittsburgh, killing 11 and wounding 6 Saturday morning. The suspect reportedly shouted anti-Semitic comments as he gunned down the worshipers. This is not okay, Hickenlooper said from the podium, echoing a message of unity. The governor added an allusion to the need for gun control. We must create the rules and regulations to safeguard our community, Hickenlooper said. Speakers from the Muslim, Sikh, Christian, and Jewish faiths evoked the memories of other mass shootings that have taken place in houses of worship. We must firmly stop white supremacy, Colorado Muslim Society General Counsel Qasar Mohammed Habi said. The loudest applause was reserved for accommodation of political leaders who sow division. Now for me again with this from the Herald. Dee DeHaro Brown is angry. She's been that way for a while. She's upset about immigration rhetoric, and as an American of Mexican heritage, she takes some of the vitriol about people who immigrate to the United States personally. Just the whole thing of people looking at immigrants like they're criminals, DeHaro Brown said about why she is angry. What I've experienced is that people are hardworking and want to make a better life for their families. While the anti-immigration sentiment is not new, the election of Donald Trump and his efforts to embolden immigration officials have intensified a fear in the immigrant community. DeHaro Brown said it stems from people treating immigrants as if they were criminals. Some say something that is far from the experience DeHaro Brown said she has had with people in the immigrant community. To combat those sentiments and give immigrants to Durango a sense of community, DeHaro Brown and about a dozen other Durango residents have been protesting immigration and customs enforcement in the front of La Plata County Courthouse each day for the past couple of months. The group plans to hold a rally at the courthouse Wednesday for Translator Day, when many non-English speakers appear in misdemeanors or other crimes. DeHaro Brown worked with the immigrant community for most of her adult life. She taught English as a second language in Texas before moving to Durango in 2003. So she said, and her husband moved there. It seemed logical to continue to work with immigrants when the opportunity arose to tutor immigrant students. DeHaro Brown jumped on it. She worked with Even Start program at Park Elementary School to teach English to families of immigrant children. Through this work, DeHaro Brown was able to build relationships with people in the immigrant community in Durango. Having relationships with people in the immigrant community is fun and interesting, she said. I appreciate the culture and being able to know about who were immersed in that culture. About 11% of the Durango community identifies as Hispanic or Latino. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, within the community are smaller pockets, DeHaro Brown said, each of whom react to hostile rhetoric and situations differently. This story is from the Journal. Small business to host series for farm and ranch owners. Instructor Sydney Diversion, owner of Areola Sunshine Farms, has more than 30 years of hands-on working knowledge of running a profitable farm and years of teaching and consulting experience. The 6-day workshop series is appropriate for those or small acreages, new and seasoned producers and land managers. The whole farm and ranch workshop series will be from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. at the Durango Recreation Center at 2700 North Main Avenue. Fee for the 6 seasons $300 and partial scholarships are available. Session 1, November 30th and December 1st. Decision-making skills for adaptive management. Session 2, December 7th and 8th, holistic financial planning. Session 3, December 14th and 15th, marketing strategies and business models. For more information, email Sydney at wcn@gobrainstorm.net. Colorado Parks and Wildlife will give away kokanee salmon at 3 p.m. November 2nd, November 9th, and November 16th at the boat ramp at Night Horse Reservoir, 1795 County Road 210 in Durango. Anyone who wants to fish must present a valid 2018 Colorado fishing license. The number of fish each person receives depends on how many people are in line and how much fish is available. People should bring a cooler or other container. Most kokanee are 10 to 13 inches long. The fee to enter into the reservoir is $6 per vehicle. These will be the only Kanoki giveaways in Southwest Colorado this fall. There will no spawning operations on the Dolores River or at Vallecito Reservoir this year. Next up is...
Here are some true stories that may give you nightmares. Death Stalker. This scorpion is so lethal, it even has death in its name. Its highly toxic venom is matched by its incredible fast lunge, which allows the poison stinger to whip over its head at 130 centimeters per second, striking its prey before it even knows what hit it. You'll find these nightmares in North America and Africa and dry regions of the Middle East. Mosquito, perhaps the smallest and the most deadly creature on this list. The common mosquito measures little more than 3 millimeters, but carries with it malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, West Nile virus, Zika virus, and numerous other lethal diseases. Okay. responsible for the deaths of about 725 million people each year. Mosquitoes are a threat to more than half of the world's human population, according to the WHO. The great white shark, though they are hardly as aggressive as Jaws and other films, you might lead you to believe you still don't want to cross one of these predators. The animal has made a recorded 114 unprovoked attacks on humans since tracking began, killing 80 people, all told, a modest number compared to, say, the mosquito. With an estimate 300 teeth, and terrifying strong sensory and tracking skills. These beasts have earned their reputations. What would you do if saw this coming at you? Only it was over 50 feet long. That would be Krakoradon megalon. Krakoradon megalodon, with has been extinct for millions of years. Thank goodness. Cape buffalo. Though we usually think of buffalo as endangered or vulnerable, this particular species is one that may be more dangerous to humans than vice versa. Living in sub-Saharan Africa, they tend to keep to themselves, grazing and hanging around their favorite watering holes unless their young are threatened. Thanks to those brutal and fast-moving horns, they are reputed to have killed more humans in Africa than any other creature. Now for dumb laws in Kentucky. Throwing eggs at a public speaker could result in up to 1 year in prison. Repealed in 1975. One may not dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at once. It is illegal to fish with a bow and arrow in Kentucky. In Fort Thomas, dogs may not molest cars. In Osabora, a woman may not buy a hat without her husband's permission. Now here's our weather report with Hannah.
Our current weather data comes from the DCTV weather station located in the beautiful downtown Dove Creek. The current temperature is 63 degrees. The high for today was 65 degrees. The low was 45 degrees. The barometer is at 29.82 inches and is falling. Humidity is at 21%. Wind is between 1 and 12 miles per hour from the southwest. Gusts have been up to 23 miles per hour. There were no hundredths of an inch of rain measured today by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 2 inches and 8 hundredths of an inch. Moisture accumulation for the year is 6 inches and 98 hundredths. Now for the big map, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Here. Rain mixed with snow runs from North Montana into eastern Ohio and Wyoming. Small area of rain mixed with snow can be found in extreme north central Colorado. More rain is scattered from North Dakota and Minnesota, from Kansas into Missouri. Rain again mixed with snow from Maine into West Virginia. The East Coast and Florida is sunny and clear. Here is our exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Tuesday, rain showers, high 51, low 29. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 48, low 30. Thursday, partly sunny, high 51, low 32. Friday, mostly sunny, high 54, low 34. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 56, low 32. Now for a climate change report. CO2, carbon dioxide, is considered a greenhouse gas and is one of the principal causes of climate change. CO2 trapped heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability. This results in significant variations worldwide of moisture and hot and cool temperatures. But the general climate trend is that the planet is slowly warming. Therefore, it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. Last week, 406.62. 2 weeks ago, 406.00. Last year, 404.4.04. 10 years ago, 383.04. 50 years ago, 321.31. Thank you, Dr. Peter Hans of the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration and Michael McGee of CO2.Earth Network for providing this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Now back to your news director.